Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to my channel here on Wednesday night. Obviously, I wasn't around and about last weekend because I was away doing other stuff and had an absolutely brilliant weekend. I'll just bring the guys in because they were both there as well. And
Just
here
how
they
good-
are at the moment.
Just how
Well,
good
sure.
was it, Wayne? Just how good
Well,
was it meant?
Oh, Lord. Who made him in charge?
Here we go. Yeah, who give him the keys to the room?
Sorry.
So yeah, we had an absolutely brilliant time. Mark and I went out for drinks on Friday night with a few people from Woodturning 360 Club. My wallet was crying its eyes out when I was travelling home on Sunday. Some of the toys will be shown over the next few weeks. And we had a grand time. Mark had a brilliant weekend, demoing all weekend. I don't think he got to see very much more because he was demoing all weekend.
I was pretty busy.
And
nice
it was good to actually meet. Yeah, it was good to meet people who came up and said hello. Half of you I still don't know because you didn't bloody introduce yourselves. But that's just like. Anyway, that's that. What are we going to be doing tonight? First off, I'll put them in the background. We are expecting Andrew coming in as well. I don't think Jamie's going to be in. I did send him the link. He has been to get a tooth out today.
He's had an extraction.
Change camera.
Oh, can you imagine it? Can you imagine it? It'd be like, oh, I'm dying. Oh, we all know what happened when you get the elbow stabby thing. Oh, oh dear!
What's
right off the bat, my spuds have been truly kicked. Michael has a party. Says, "Morning all. Shug, my number one came yesterday." Michael, enjoy. Please feel free to enjoy. Have my share of enjoyment from it as well.
That looks shiny and new.
It is. I've had to mark it on the ferrule there because I've still got deals here. So it will be getting its first outing tonight. Right, so on the lathe we have, I'm not very sure, it's either a piece of birch or a piece of beech. It's got some nice grain running through there, which is a bit of a shame because it's getting coloured. I'm using some new paints tonight. I got a package in the post while I was away down at Harrogate with some Joe Sonia's both new metallic and new pearlescent paints. So I'm going to be using either one or two colours of the pearlescent paints tonight, and Shug will be really happy because one of them is blue.
Oh, suit you, sir. Oh, suit you.
Zombie Woodturner, I've got to say, this one says, the birch broke up with his girlfriend because he found out she was a beech.
Oh.
That's Zed again.
Yeah, that's Zed. Hodgepodge agrees it looks like beech. I think it's beech.
Mick Jews didn't buy a number one while he was at Harrogate. Me neither, but I did go and cuddle one for a little while, Mick. It was very reassuring. And Woodwork Learner didn't buy one either. He bought a face mask instead.
Are you going to do the participants, Shug?
Yes, mate. Let's go for it, shall we? Right, let's have a look. Top of the chat, we've got, top of the participants, should I say, we've got Billy Brown, Brent Beecroft, Chris Charlton. Chris Charlton was there. Colin Izzard, Door 60. Now, apparently Door was there, but I didn't see him.
Door introduced himself to me.
Yeah. Oh, see? It's favouritism. That's all I've got to say on that matter. Right, we've got Fred Gilliver, Gerard the French Turner. We've got Hodgepodge Woodworks, Robert Klingspor Abrasives, Leroy 500, Malcolm Douglas. We've got Martin Boyd. Who else have we got? We've got Michael Azzapardi. We know he's here. He's already told us. he inflicted a bit of
emotional damage.
Oh dear. Who else have we got in? Mark L. We've got Mark L in.
Can you hear me?
We can. We've also got
This is whole other country.
Mr. Wilson, Mick Jews, Paul Horton, the Greasby Turner, Richard Phelan, Tony Smith, Wesley Hanna,
Right. Just to let you know, this is Birch. It's not Beach.
Birch, Wesley Hanna, Wivey Woodshed. Mark, was Wivey at Harrogate?
No, I don't believe he was.
Oh, you were safe then for the weekend.
Yeah, I didn't have anybody to carry me bags for me.
No roadie, but also no heckling.
True. Oh, there was enough of that.
Woodwork Learner and Zed, Zombie Woodturners in as well. And just slipping in is Monsieur Le Bernie himself, Baz from Real Simple Things.
Bonjour,
Hello,
oui,
mate.
Paris.
And Brian Green at Greenhaven Creations. I think I've got everybody.
Mick Hughes says, my mate's not been allowed out since Harrogate. I think he's grounded.
Oh dear. Martin at Woody's Creations has joined us as well. So good evening all. Hope you've having a good week so far. And if you went to Harrogate, I hope your checkbook, card, wallet is recovering.
Yeah. It's doing well.
Mine cried for a little while because it really did think I was going to have that number one hollower, and it would have been the card that it would have gone on. And I was like, do I go home and explain to the wife that I've dipped into the overdraft, or do I look after my spuds and just get them kicked a bit more? Yeah, I'll do that.
Let's face it, Shug, you would have got kicked in the love spots anyway.
One way or another.
Woodwork Learner, yeah, you did, mate. Thank you for everything you gave me was wisely spent.
Dewey Shed's in as well. Hello, mate. And Ward is reminding me that my spuds would have been kicked anyway. Yes, Ward. Oh, yes. Royally kicked.
Gary Glass is here. Gary.
Hello, mate. And Gerard says, Mark, your French accents reminds me of the series Hello, Hello. Listen very carefully, I shall say this on in advance.
Oh, Rob from Klingspor says he's got the go-ahead for funding for them to be an exhibitor next year. Excellent.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, excellent.
Mark Whittington's in and he says, good evening. It's peeing down with rain here, but he's in the shed tidying and watching. Fair play to you. Dewey's asking a good question. They said, question, what's so great about the Easy Wood tool? Well, I'll let you know. When I get one, Dewey, I'll let you know. It's
just actually a really good, solid, sturdy hollowing tool.
And a lot of it's to do with the cutters as well.
Yeah.
Like Jamie keeps on saying, not all carbide cutters are the same. Just because it says carbide on there, it doesn't mean they're really good quality. Whereas Easy Wood tools are one of the partners. I think it's Doug. That's his speciality.
Bonjour, Ruby. Ruby's in.
Hello, Ruby.
You still in France, darling? Or are you back home yet?
Woodwork Learner's asking how many people greeted me with the number one hollower comment. More than I care to remember, mate.
Well, Martin Ford said hello to everybody. You can come say hello to me. Or I'm not offended.
Ah, yes, Martin. Pleasure to meet you, mate. It was an absolute pleasure. Rob said, is it one of those tools that real woodturners own? Real woodturners own every tool going by the sound of it, and they still need more.
So now I don't speak Swiss, so bonjour, Susie. Susie the Swiss. Ruby's still in France. She's there for another week.
Oh, nice. Enjoy it. Enjoy. Jacob from Jacked Up Leatherworks is in and says, remember, supporting your friend's page or small business isn't just buying their goods, but hitting that like button and sharing the craft with your friends. So hit that like button and make a comment. Nice. Good call, mate. Good call.
Ruby, if you're still in France, if you're still in France for another week, just give a thought to changing flights, and we can go and do that thing. The thing. Just saying.
Mark, did you just say the thing like that? Did you just say the thing like that?
The thing.
That
Ruby
leaves it open.
Ruby and I have a thing we have to go and do at some point.
Is it just
a
a small thing? you just have to go the thing.
It's a very insignificant thing. That's what I've been told, anyway.
Chris at Bailey Woodworks is in as well. Hello, matey.
Next time, Martin, that'd be great. Just barge through, everybody. Stop me from whatever I was doing. Next time, just say hello.
Or come and collar me, Martin, and I'll take you there and just straight up put you in on the spot. Because that's what I did with TFT.
I'm going to have to take a little bit more off this because there's still mark from a chainsaw in there, which I don't really want on this.
That's it then, mate.
So it's going to end up a bit shorter than I expected.
Woodward Learner says, I thought about attaching some blades to my wheelchair at Harrogate, but most people got out of my way. And you didn't see the trail of mayhem that you left behind you.
Yes. Yeah, Tim come over and he was chatting with me and he went, I said, have you been over and seen Mark yet? Well, he was saying he was going to go over and see. I said, he's over there. And he went, oh, I didn't even, yeah, I'm definitely going over there. And he was like, so I went, here, come here.
Clint Rob, it's a stand type show, mate. No gazebos. They provide the stands.
Yes.
But one thing I do know, if you want to plug an electrical outlet, it's 350 quid per plug.
Really?
Yeah. Hence why most of the woodturners there had about 15 extensions running off of one plug.
I'm going to say that's when you want one of them towers, ain't it? You know, where it's got like 10 sockets.
Yeah, we did. Hidden under the table.
Yeah.
Shug, ask him how much the cost was. Ask him how much the cost was for one socket.
How much was it cost for one socket, mate?
350 quid. I just said that.
350 holes.
Yes, Andy, I did get another smoke.
Oh, did you? Did you go and get one with your name on as well? Did you?
I did.
I did toy with the idea.
I've got to have a posh one. I've got a new badge coming soon.
What, like Steve SK's?
No.
He had a lovely badge on his shoulder. Honest to God, Mark, it's about that big, and it says it's a Chestnut Products.
Oh, I've got one of those. I've got one of those on the other one.
So we pointed that out to Martin as he was demonstrating. Well, I say we. Terry did. Terry made sure Martin knew.
Yeah, that's on the black smoke.
And Martin went, well, next year I'll go
on now as well.
Then. Yeah. Martin said, well, next year I'll go for a full back pitch machine. Oh, it was good.
Martin, it was good to meet you as well, mate.
Right, we've had a few more people come in. We've got John Scarborough. Barry Chitty and Peter Kelly. Evening, guys. So what colour smock did you get this time, Mark?
Blue with gold embroidery. Because they
Not-
didn't have
not-
black. And I've already
not
got
black
a black
with-
one.
Not
I've
black with
already
yellow,
got
then.
black already got black and yellow.
Right, Wayne. There's some little fella at the door. Shall I let him in?
Little fella at the door, eh?
Oh,
There's a little fella at the door. Right. Oh! Ah! Oh, no!
Oh,
Just done the
Shug,
wrong
what you
one.
done?
There we go.
Hello, Doug.
Just done the wrong one. There we go.
Doug Miller's in. I'll say hello, Doug. Shug's ignoring you. Douglas Mungham's in as well. Hello, Douglas.
It's not just ignoring, it's absolute and utter panic then. I thought I'd booted Wayne.
Oh, the panic on your face.
Oh, I know, mate. It's class.
Evening,
What's
Andrew.
Hey up, mate. How you doing?
What shirt you got on, Andrew?
Sorry?
What shirt you got on, Andrew?
I don't know. Just one I found with scratch.
Mark Elf said, never mind, sure. Wayne is just turning some wood. No big deal.
Wayne's just in the background, keeping us all entertained.
Yeah, as usual.
Dave Oatie's in as well. Hello, mate. And
Hey
Paul
up, Dave.
Kavanagh.
Hey, Dave, how you doing, buddy? Hope the new
Hey up,
job's
Gary.
going all right.
Right, let's have a measure of this.
Doug says, precious. He knows. He knows.
John Scarborough says he's been asked to make some platters for a wedding food table. What finish would you guys recommend?
I would either go for a food safe finish from Chestnut, or if you're anywhere near a home base, they sell an antibacterial worktop finish.
Yes.
And if either of those aren't available to you, if you've got an IKEA near you, they do a thing called skid,
Block oil. Yeah.
and it's for butcher blocks, etc. So that should be food safe.
Basically a mineral oil. So any mineral
Yeah.
oil.
And talking about Tim, he's here. TFT, how you doing, buddy?
Hey up,
Hello,
Tim.
Tim. I got to meet you as well.
Yes, it was a good day, a very good day.
I must remember to clean this bloody tail stock tomorrow.
Do you want a reminder tomorrow, Wayne?
Sticking a bit.
Yeah, sticking a lot. That's better.
Go on, wang it in. Gary Glass is asking, how deep?
Real deep.
Said you could always try prunes, Wayne. Tail stock. Tail stock, said.
Oh, Michael Azzopardi's at it again.
Yeah, yeah. He says, hi, Andrew. I was just telling Shug. My #1 Hollower came yesterday. Cheers, Michael.
Oh, mate, you should have seen him on that stand. Oh, I should have videoed it.
I'm glad you didn't. I was holding it for just a little bit too long.
It was a bit like when Jamie plays the music a little bit too long. That's how weird it got.
Ruby's got a question for you, Wayne. She said,
Yeah.
why do you not put a collar on the top of your vases?
I don't know, Ruby, tell you the truth.
Good solid answer.
And Woodwork Learner, it was nice to meet you too. And yes, I do remember who you are. Have you got your shit up yet?
No, he's busy setting up his Pro Edge.
Absolutely, he is.
Right.
It's something I've still to do. I must try a vase at some point. Never
Just
done
don't
one.
hollow it out. Do a bud vase. You'll get away with that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my word!
Smack.
Bruised, battered, and bruised.
Chuck, don't worry about the number one honours. They're overrated. They're not really. But they're
Not
just
really. Shh, don't tell him though.
The real, genuine, bona fide, and this person was there on Saturday as well. Jennifer's Craft and Creations.
Hey,
How
up,
you
Jennifer.
doing?
Martin Ford's got a serious question.
Yeah.
He says he's thinking of stepping up a level. Is anybody a member of, I think he means the AWGB, or on the RPT register? Is it worth it? Yes to both. Well, I'm an executive member of the AWGB, of the committee, and I'm hopefully soon to be a member of the RPT. Both are worth it. AWGB, definitely. Gives you access to free training, 4 magazines a year, loads of advice, seminars, also.
What do the magazines fit, Mark? A Glock?
AK-47.
Andrew Bundyrow has joined us, and Douglas is asking me, how did it feel holding a number one hollower?
Well, Mr. Jacked Up Mountain Dew just said, it's okay, Huey. You're good enough. You don't need a number one hollower.
Yeah, I love it.
I don't know what planet he's on, but there you go.
Seriously, Martin, if you want to message me, mate, I can give you more in-depth information if you like. Message me on Facebook or Instagram.
Let's put it this way, Douglas. I was holding it a bit longer than was actually decent, and the feeling wasn't truly mutual. The number one hollow, I couldn't wait to get back on the shelf. But I should have just bought it just to stop this endless spud kicking that's going on.
Michael's asking, do they have the Harrogate show the same time every year?
Yes. It's around
Yes,
about
still-
the middle of November.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dewey's asking,
One of the other good things that the AWGB does, if you want to get into training to teach people to do wood turning, they've got a very, very good tutors program. Basically, there's a theory section of it which is very easy to download, and then they have an assessment day to see if you're okay for training people.
you get a red badge.
Oh, yes. That's why I can't do it. It'd have to be a blue badge for me. Lucy Bundy rose in as well. And Zed said, Martin, I'm a member of the I Do Everything Wrong because I learned it from watching YouTube Club. John T's in. Is the shed here yet, John? Have you got one yet?
Oh, just it. That was you
Damn,
that asked me that. Right, okay, I know you are now.
Lionel's in as well. Hello, Lionel.
Hey, mate.
Douglas, the AWGB membership is £18 a year.
Is that
Worth
all?
every penny. Yep, that's all it is.
Met Spider Speed. I hadn't even been in the place more than about 10, 15 minutes, I think.
Let's get the vacuum on that, I think.
Spider Speed, just ask Mark to do his French accent.
Let's go with this one.
Wayne told Spider Speed about bottom feeders.
Oh, bottom feeder. I'm not doing a bowl tonight, but that's the bottom feeder that I use.
Ah, right.
Okay, so it has got a 45 bevel there. Sorry, a 45 on the cutter. It's got a 45-degree on the bevel as well, but I don't actually sweep it back.
It's basically an
Now,
English
a lot of people use on the bevel, they use around about 55, 60 degree on the bevel. That
Yeah, I
makes
do.
it easier to actually get across the bottom. But I still go with the 45. It works for me, so that's what I carry on using.
Jewish Shed is asking what hollowing tool you're using there, Wayne.
Right, I'm just about to use the CI3. This is it's called the number 2 Pro Hollower. This is the one that's got a slight swan neck. The number 3 has got in fact, if I change camera, it'll probably be easier. That's the difference between the two of them. One is straighter than the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so these are the Easy Wood Tools Pro hollowers I'm using. And I predominantly use the swan necks for cleaning out underneath the shoulder, underneath here. It does a very, very good job of doing that. Whenever you're using a swan neck, always have the flat part of the tool on the tool rest. Don't have the swan neck on the tool rest because it's just going to twist. Need to move this back a little bit further. So when you have the flat of the tool on the tool rest, there's less chance of it twisting. Plus, this has got a very wide body on it, and the cutter is actually in line with the tool. It doesn't stick out past where the tool is. It's actually in line with the tool, which again means you've got less chance of it twisting. I'm just going to take it nice and gentle around the shoulder.
And he's asking, is the 45-degree bevel the normal one on bowl gouges? The record barrel
Right.
ones come that way. Most
Yeah.
of them come from the factory.
Most of them come from the factory with 45. I tend to use 45 on just about all of my gouges. A lot of people do use a 40-40 grind. I find it quite aggressive using the 40-40. So I tend to use a 45-45. You can still sweep them back.
Zagra Evans track, innit? In the year 45, 45. Woodward Paul's joined us. Hello, buddy.
Hey, Paul.
Hodgepodge is asking, have you used your camera set up yet for the hollower?
No, I haven't got that set up yet.
Can't wait to see that one in action.
But when I do get it set up, I will be showing people how it works. What I want to try and do, if I can, I might have to buy a different lead for my computer because my computer doesn't have the red, black, and yellow audio and visual feeds in there. Although the camera really only uses the yellow anyway. But I was wanting to get it set up so I can actually use the camera on my computer, which will make it easier for me to explain how it works.
Which one? Paul's in. Hi, Paul, how you doing?
Oh no, it's all right. That's the one that Robert asked. I was just saying, missed the question, I thought. Woodwork Learner's asking, should I get rid of any swan neck hollower that does not have the cutter in line with the handle? It's a cheap carbide tool.
I thought, tell you the truth, I thought even the cheap ones came with the cutters in line with the tool.
No, I can tell you, mate, that I was looking at some. In fact, I think it were the ones that Brian did a little video on a while ago.
Yeah.
And it literally does. It just cants off at like 45 degrees.
And they twist.
Right. I've seen. Yeah, I don't know if I've still actually got one of them.
The round bar ones.
But yes, I know what you mean. But a lot of the this was for doing small boxes. These were the ones I'm talking about. Were designed by Chris. God, his name's gone now. Used to specialize in boxes. I can't see that tool. Oh, that's the. Oh no, there doesn't. Right. I've actually got tools. I've had tools made that just go off at an angle. In fact, there's one there.
Off at random angles.
I had that one made. It worked, but it's it's a bit iffy to use.
Yeah,
a bit aggressive.
These were a bit more swept than that, Mark, weren't they? The one that Brian showed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw them.
He didn't recommend them.
Right. I'm getting under there, so.
Michael Azzopardi is saying, if things go to plan, we'll be in Europe from August to November. I will try and get there. That would be good.
Very nice.
Right,
I've moved on to the.
Benjamin's in. He said
him
and Hodgepodge have both said Stott. Chris Stott.
Chris Stott, that's him.
Well done, lads. Well done.
Brad R's in.
Brad R's in. You beat me to it. Good man.
Hello, Brad.
Yeah, Woodwork Learners saw Brian's review, and that's why he asked Wayne. Yeah.
Hodgepodge was asked to do the review on those carbides, and he turned them down. It's probably a good move. looking at how Brian struggled with them.
Yeah.
I can't imagine why anybody would want to make any carbides with bloody aluminium stems.
Yeah.
No.
Or a swan neck with a round shaft.
Yeah, they're not good. They will soon twist on you.
I've said no. The square shaft hollowers. Okay, I'm saying they haven't been out that long. They haven't been out relatively that long. The initial hollowers that came out, like all the ones with the proper cutters on and everything, the likes of I forget his name as well. I'm terrible with names. New Zealand guy. But a lot, when it first came out, a lot of hollowing tools, even the swan neck ones, came out with round bars.
Oh, I know what you mean. Roly
Monroe.
Ruby Claire's got a good piece of information. When using carbides, you still have to pay attention to the grain direction. So we've got 85 lovely people watching, Wayne.
Oh, excellent.
32 of them have put a thumbs up, which I reckon, by my mathematical genius, not.
Calculator.
53 people have a fantastic opportunity to smack that thumbs up and show Wayne just how much you enjoyed it. Brad, yes, that is the problem. The rotational torque does have a habit of making it fight with you.
Which is why when Robert Sorby first brought out their hollowing tools, I think that was the RS2000, they actually made it with an armrest.
Ooh, that looks like it's
So
going to do business.
Yeah, so obviously the tool that goes in here, the swan neck that goes in here is a round bar, but seeing as how you've got the armrest, you've got a hell of a lot more control.
Yeah.
Wow.
Chris Charlton said Cindy Droska did a live last week about the different hollowing systems. Ooh. No, Tim, no percentages.
I was just going to do that one.
Brad R got it right. He said, Shug's doing maths. I can smell the burning all the way from across the pond. Correct. People know I like steampunk, and that's usually what it sounds like when my brain starts working.
Brain.
Can you say ambitious?
Back off, big boy.
Nice.
Brain indeed. Dewey's got a question for you. Says, how do you measure wall thickness on that piece, Wayne?
On these pieces that I'm doing blind, the best way to use, or the best thing to use, is a set of double-ended calipers, like them. Now, when you're doing really big pieces or really big hollow forms, I think Mark's got a set which are purely set up for hollow forms, which are sort of curved on one side and straightish on the other. Is that right, Mark?
Yep. 2 secs. Here we go.
Yeah, I'll let you
But
fetch
I'm
them and
sitting
I'll
up,
put you on, mate.
like over at the side there, I'm
There you
sitting
go.
at around about, that's
Hang
about
on,
a
Mark.
quarter of an inch. I'm sitting up there. Oh, hang on. Need Mark on the
Right,
big
there we
screen.
go.
There we are.
Yeah, I've got him on, mate. Superb, yeah.
Goes right the way out. And these are also thin enough that they go between the jaws on your chuck. So you can actually get right into the bottom of the wood through the jaws.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm looking at around
Cheers, Mark.
about quarter of an inch all the way down there, to tell you the truth. So that's not that bad. Right, so what I'll do now, I'll get this sanded up. I did have a piece of 80 keys. Yeah, I'll get this sanded up, and then how are we doing on time?
It's
39.
It's 21 minutes to, yeah.
Grand. We'll get some colour on this. I might go over the 9 o'clock, but
Go for it.
I'll still be finished in time for Andrew's premiere, because Andrew's got a premiere on tonight.
He has indeed.
Got a premiere, Andrew.
Yeah.
Would you like me to put the link up?
Go on then.
I'll put the link up for Andrew because I know he won't be able to reach.
I'm gonna say I can't reach the keyboard.
Step still.
Douglas,
Step still.
very kind of you. Douglas said,
'Cause-
great pop up today, Mark. It wasn't. It really wasn't. But thank you anyway.
Right, I'm going to use Mark's method of depth gauge here.
Somebody's just asked you that. Do you use one of Mark's infamous depth gauges? No, he doesn't. He doesn't like my depth gauges.
Well, the thing is, I once saw Mark use that depth gauge and
And
he
still
made a
goes.
foot.
And I've never lived it down, have I?
No,
You know what was even funnier, Mark? There was SK, and he was there. He was on Hampshire Sheen. He was demonstrating away. He was going an absolute blinder, and then all of a sudden, it was Terry, me, and Andrew going, "Oh yeah, yeah." Do you remember when he went through the bomb, and then a week later did it again?
I was talking to Martin on Sunday, and he was saying, "Oh, there's the bowl that Steve did yesterday." I went, "Oh yeah, it's very nice. It's a bit thick in the bottom."
Yeah, that was what that was
I
about.
said,
I
"Yeah,
think as well.
there's a story behind that."
Oh, it was an absolute hoot though. Brilliant weekend. I mean, I only did the
That's much I
Saturday, but
don't know.
fabulous.
Ruby will be able to tell you who makes them because she gave them to me.
right. So at the moment I'm using Klingspor abrasives, the cloth back
Very good.
ones. So I've got the one. I've done the 120. This is the 220. And after I do this, seeing as how this is going to be coloured, I'm going to use the 400. I had a piece of 400 earlier on. Where the hell's that gone?
Andrew says Lucy has problems reaching as well. Needs IKEA steps to help her.
And Rob actually mentioned this in one of my lives last week. The brilliant thing about these cloth-backed Klingspor ones is that you just go and you can just tear strips off.
Oh, it's just
That
tore a
is
strip
odd.
off.
Do it again.
That's ASMR. You need to get that on a short. Joey will love that.
Steve,
Boys, the boys is in.
Hello, Roy.
Roy.
Zed said it
Very
turns out that it's not a depth gauge at all. It's a funnel jig.
Funnel jig, yeah. Had the pleasure of sharing a couple of beers with Roy on Saturday night. It was very nice.
Nice one.
I had my meal with Roy, and I think it was Barry on Friday night.
Martin Ford said, on the subject of a round bar swan-necked hollowing tool, I have one inherited from my dad. No wonder he lost half a thumb. What annoyed him was that he couldn't button up his shirts. Oh my word. And Ruby Claire said it's Andre Martel.
Change camera there, Wayne. Go over it.
Yeah.
Right, because I know what you're going to be doing next.
Stephen the Wood Dude's in. Hiya, Stephen.
We'd already said that.
Oh, I burnt that there.
So that cloth back, can you use that on the sanding arbors?
No, it's cloth backed. They do.
Okay.
Yeah, they do. A net one. Again, this is Klingspor. They do a net one with the backing that goes onto the sanding arbors.
Oh,
but-
very nice.
But at the moment, I've only got the 400 grit on that.
All right. Laurie's in. Hello, Laurie.
Do the 400 down at the bottom.
Roy's a boy. How many did I do today? I don't know any I did in the live, but I've done the second part of 100 today, so I've done 50 today. So that's the order completed now.
Bit of breaking news for you, Mark. Apparently, the new Swedish president is a former IKEA manager. He's just now building his cabinet. You might know that was Zed. It's dad joke time.
Oh,
That's terrible.
He should be on stage, that man, sweeping up.
So I did 50 today, Roy. All told.
Right, so that was sand and sealer I put on there, and that basically gives a base for the ebonizing lacquer to go on, because I am going to, like I say, I am going to colour this.
It's also a great conversation starter.
it certainly
And I'm
is.
just knocking back any excess of the sand and sealer with the orange Webrax pad. This has got an equivalent grit of around about 1200.
Quick question, Wayne. What's the What's the brown one equivalent to?
That one, the purple coloured one, ish.
Yeah, I think it is kind of purpley. Yeah,
That one's 600.
600, yeah.
right.
The green one's about 240. And the white one, if you have the white one, that's more of a polishing one because that's well over 2,000. That one is.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, the white one's basically no grit at all, is it? Just soft. Thank you, Douglas. That's very kind, mate. When you get into the flow of that, doing them, you tend to pick up good practice.
Robert Klingspor's saying, no, I'm working on getting standard cloth packed with Velcro, but it's quite a long process. No worries. Ward's getting his own back on Zed. He says, as Dung Beetle walks into a bar and asks, is this stool taken?
Oh my God. Now, there's going to be bits on here, like just there. I don't know if you can actually see it, but this is where there's been a small branch coming out. There's a bit of crack in there.
Stop pointing them out because we can't see them.
Yeah, we can't see it. You're okay.
Fine. Looks lovely.
Right, I'm just going to turn the speed down
Shut
to
up.
the lowest on this ratio, which is around about 150. Just to let the ebonizing lacquer have a chance to dry, and then I can show you what paint I'm going to use. So, while I was away at Harrogate, a parcel arrived, and in that parcel were some new paints, Joe Sonia paints, and these are, what have I got? I've got 3 of the new metallic colours, and I've got 4 of the pearlescent. So these are the pearlescent paints, Joe Sonia's. For those of you who are across in the States, these have actually been are produced by Chromacraft, so you can get them in the States.
Shug, close your
And
ears.
we're going to do.
Yes.
Well, guess what colour it's getting.
Ting.
The practice piece I did this afternoon was it's called blue green, but it is more of a green. That's the practice piece that I did this afternoon. So this one, I'm going to put blue on this one and see how it turns out.
Yes.
And Wayne showed this to us earlier, and I did say to him I wasn't so much shocked by the stunningness of the colour. It was the fact that he'd practiced. I said, are you feeling all right?
Bloody, I've only just opened the thing. I'll paint on my bloody fingers. I'm just standing here cleaning my glasses at the moment.
Well, again.
Yeah,
you need
Woodwork
to
Learner says, Woodwork Learner says, stop pointing to things we can't see.
Yeah, correct.
Chris Charlton's got to go. See you later.
See you later, Chris.
Catch you later,
See you,
Chris.
Thanks for coming in. Right. Just
And
a
so
nice
is Michael.
right.
Catch you later,
Now,
Michael.
the thing is, do I wear a glove to do finger painting or do I not?
Nah, go for it.
Yes.
It's up to you.
Nah.
Glove.
I love it. Oh, Ward Wilson says, what do you call a wizard falling down a flight of stairs? Actually, this is quite funny. Tumbledore.
Oh, dear me.
Hodgepodge says, it feels better without a glove. Dear me. Mick Jew says, it won't matter if you drop any paint on the floor, Wayne.
Well, that's what shavings are for.
Exactly.
Catch it.
It catches it.
Right, now I
tell
was
Brandon.
speaking to a guy called Mick Hanbury at the weekend, who is an exceptional woodturner artist,
Shameless name
and
dropping.
and he, I had a hell of a long chat with him about various painting techniques and everything. So he showed me how this was done. Now the shame about Mick is that he doesn't actually have a YouTube channel, but you can actually find him on YouTube because various demonstrations that he's done, they've actually videoed it. A lot of them are in German because he does travel about doing demos of wood turning all over the place. So if you can go and watch some of Mick's stuff, Mick Hanbury, his name is. He was the guy that actually got me into using Joe Sonia's paints about 4 years ago, I think it was, when I watched him at Maker Central. Now I'm trying to get this done so the paint, so I can get this fairly well covered so the paint is still wet.
I'm just imagining what happens when he speeds the lathe up. Schnell!
No, see, the thing is, when you speed the lathe up, you don't get any sort of effect on a piece like this because the paint comes straight out at you. You don't get any sort of pattern effect. So what I'm going to do, all I've got here is a barbecue skewer. Okay.
All right, yeah.
And all I've done is blunted both of the ends, and I've actually shaped this wide end. And just to get a bit more of an effect on here, all I'm going to do is place on
I think that gouge needs sharpening, Mark.
It's a bit blunt, yeah.
And I take it with that, Wayne, you're doing that at a very low speed as well.
Yeah, I'm at around about 150. And I'm going in at, well, it doesn't really matter, but I am going in at right angles here. Just want to change. Let's put the smaller tool rest in.
Robert Klingspor's asking, is that the poor man's number one hollower?
No, that's Shug's number one hollower.
Yeah, we've seen. I've got a video coming up which shows my poor man's number one hollower. It's really a number two hollower in more ways than one. Got a
Yeah,
brown
but it's the
handle.
only one you've got.
Yeah, but what can I say?
You had one in your hands.
I had
One
in
day
my
it
hands.
will come.
Yes. Just like the Wayne's World moment it was. You just see it when he picks up the Strat out of that thing and goes to play Stairway to Heaven. I picked up the number one hollower and went, one day you shall be mine. Oh yes, you shall be mine. And it went, get me back on this shelf, sunshine.
There we go. I'll just leave the lathe running a
Gerald's asked
little
a
while
question.
longer. Yeah.
Do these new paints dry as fast as iridescence?
I was just going to ask that.
Actually, they do. But I am going to help by turning the lathe up a bit.
And getting covered in blue paint. Yes! Blue paint for the win.
That's actually really effective.
Isn't it?
Hey, Matt, just think, right? If you were to do that effect, you could do black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. all the way
Funnily enough, that was the colour that that Mick had on show. It was black and gold that Mick had
Did you
on
see
show
that,
at the
Chuck?
weekend.
Chuck, did you see that?
I
saw
saw
it,
that.
Mark.
I saw it, Mark. You were just reminding him what number the hollower was, weren't you, Mark?
Yes.
That's just about touch dry.
Doing a club demo on Friday night with Joe Sonia Paints. Guess what I'm going to be doing?
This should actually work with the iridescence.
I was just thinking that.
In
14
fact,
carat gold. Michael's in. Hello, mate.
I think it'll work very well with the iridescence.
There you go. Rob says black and yellow. It could be a Klingspor vase.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Rob
Hodgepodge
knows
is
the
saying.
story. I'll tell him one day.
Hodgepodge is saying that the number one follower told me he thought your hands were too clammy and you're clingy. And Brad claims that I was that bad
that
they
was
almost
just the
had to
tube.
call security. Yeah. Brad said that I was that bad they almost had to call security on him at the Axminster booth. Well, funny you should say that.
You didn't see the Axminster guys sort of like coming all around him.
They were
I got
hovering.
a nice couple of new skew chisels. That's the first one.
That'll be the
Ashley Isles. Ashley
Mhm.
Isles, unhandled, and that's the second one. Got a radius one as well, which and I've tried that this afternoon. And I really like it.
Excuse me.
John Scarborough's having to go. See you later, John.
See you, John.
See you, John.
later, John.
Thanks for coming in. Right, here we go. Time to part off.
Dolly Parton. Brent was asking what the name of the Joe Sonia's paint is.
Ruby's already answered it.
Yeah, and Ruby's saying it's the Joe Sonia's pearlescent paint, Brent.
Yeah, premium pearlescent.
It's very nice.
Michael McEwen's in. Hi, Michael.
14
Hello,
carat
Michael.
Michael McEwen.
It's the 14 karat gold.
Mm-hmm. All quiet now. All quiet. Waiting for it. Any minute now.
Baby Tiger's in. That's a new name on me.
No, been in a couple, mate. Been in a couple of lives. Good evening, Baby Tiger.
Hello, baby tiger.
Right, I'll just get my skew chisel.
Hodgepodge is asking, seeing as this is just basically paint, could you typically put a lacquer finish over it once it's dry?
Oh yes, yeah, no problem whatsoever, unless you're called Mark.
Harsh.
Oh, that's
Man.
harsh.
Man, that's harsh. One mistake.
Thank the Lord's Mark that it's not just me getting kicked in the spuds. I'm sharing it out a little bit with you. Yes, Douglas, I saw the advent calendar with rum. Mm-hmm. Yes, very nice.
Rude.
There you are.
Very
That is
nice.
That
Very
is
nice.
nice.
Martin Ford is saying, Wayne, that he learned a lot from Mick Hambry. He taught him basic bowl turning using a variation of his Joe Sonia's paint techniques, and they sell well.
Excellent.
I think I can see why.
Fire brigade
No, the
needed.
thing
Yeah,
that
I just got burned.
he's just a brilliant guy to talk to, and he's not shy of actually sharing how he does things. Mind you, what he did on Saturday, but I picked one of his pieces up. Hold on, I'll bring the guys in. I picked one of his pieces up, and we were talking about it and everything, and there was no way at all he was going to tell us how he did it, so I had to stand there and figure it out myself.
Yeah, you got to keep some secrets to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I was telling the guys before we came on live, I am going to be trying one of Mick's pieces that he showed us at the weekend. Now he said, because it includes colouring and piercing, it's there's more than one piece of wood involved, and he said it takes him hours and hours and hours to do this piece. So he said there's no way at all you'll do this in a live. Okay, I thought.
So Wayne said you'll do it as a two-parter.
Challenge accepted.
A two-parter indeed.
So there we are.
I've just dropped.
I'll just put me back up again. Just to wrong one. What's Shug doing there?
Oh, you've put.
Shug messed up.
Oh, you've just put me back
messed
up. That's good.
Oh, Shug messed
Weren't
up.
me.
Yeah, Shug messed up.
No, hey, it weren't me.
We've
Oh,
got
what it
no
was.
control.
What it was. I brought
There
Andrew
we are.
in. Wait,
Final look.
that's cool.
Douglas,
I brought
no,
Andrew in.
We don't do
And then when-
online lessons through the AWGP, but you can find woodturners through the website who will do IRD lessons. Look at the resources tab on the website. Drops down and it tells you online tutors that are registered. I'm one of them. Just saying.
Yeah,
Thank
look
you,
at
Brad.
that, look.
Thanks
Just saying,
everybody else for
hashtag just saying.
all the very nice comments. Very much appreciated, as usual. What are we doing now? Right, I'm going in the house.
Benjamin said, "I've met Mick Hanbury too."
If everybody
Oh,
listens
mate.
very
He says
closely,
that.
just listen. Listen, are you listening? That's my bottle of wine
You're listening?
shouting. That's my bottle
Is
of
that
wine
the button?
shouting.
Oh, I thought it was the button. I thought I heard it go click. Dear me.
That's really nice that way.
Have you seen what Andrew's put?
Take 10 minutes then.
Which I was going to say that was beautiful, Wayne, but then you put Shug up. Well, yeah, what can I say? You know what I mean?
Emotional, damn it.
Right then, it's about time I hit the button. Right, guys, thanks everybody for coming along. Very much appreciated. Thanks to my earworms, as usual. Again, very much appreciated that you do this. And I am now going to press the button.
It doesn't mean it really.
The button's